Fox Weather is your Hurricane HQ, and when most people think hurricanes, their minds go straight to Florida, a state that sees the most hurricanes annually. And as we saw from last hurricane season, the central and northern tier of the Sunshine State hit particularly hard, with Hurricanes Helene followed up almost immediately with Milton. When tropical trouble is on the horizon, electric companies are on the ground before, during, and after the storms. They're crucial to get those lights back on. Director of Business Continuity at Lee County Electric Cooperative, Allan Ruth, joins us now. Allan, thanks so much for the time here on Weather Command Weekend. Talk to me about
Good morning.
storm.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. Talk to me about storm planning. How has it evolved? I mean, Hurricane Ian came through Southwest Florida, was a devastation. And of nearly all of your consumers, within what, five to 8 days, power was back.
To the majority, probably about 90%. Within 10 days, we had everybody back on, with the exception of Sanibel Island that had pretty extensive damage because of the storm surge. So it took a few more weeks to get them back on. And the reality is they still had about 4,000 members out there who were unable to connect because of the damage that they had on their side.
So talk to me about that damage, right? How does your teams assess the potential for those threats and then, of course, the repairs that are soon to come thereafter?
So if we have an event that is basically a wind event, I mean, we had Hurricane Charlie in 2004 that made landfall in the same area that Hurricane Ian did, but they were two different storms. Charlie, the wind speeds or the winds themselves, the sustained winds, were basically the same in both storms. But Charlie was moving faster. It created wind damage, and just about alone, there wasn't much of a storm surge with Charlie. But Hurricane Ian, it produced just a devastating storm surge with it.
No, it did. And I imagine wind is definitely probably one of the bigger challenges when it comes to tropical systems, more than the rain, although that can also present some challenges for you as well. So we're looking ahead into this hurricane season. Allan, talk to me about any new technologies that have helped to speed up restoration in Southwest Florida.
Yeah, I mean, we have been early adopters probably for the last 25 years. We've incorporated technologies into our systems. We were the first one to have a GIS mapping system. We also had automated meter reading, as well as distribution automated switching. That really helps because what it does is when it's called a DA switch, distribution automated switch. And when a fault occurs, it automatically will figure out where that fault is located and send that information into our control center. And within less than a minute, we can be switching things around and picking up some of the members that otherwise would have been impacted until we got crews out in the field.
As far as crews you have, I mean, Lee County, Southwest Florida, at a higher risk of being impacted by a tropical system. Going into this season, how many team members do you have prepared to get out there and do some work? And what are some of the ways that you and your team have been kind of conducting yourselves ahead of the season?
Yeah, so we have approximately 55 linemen on staff, but we also have a couple hundred local contractors that we have. We're also a member of the Florida Electric Co-op Association, FECA, and we have mutual aid agreements with co-ops across the state and also outside of the state, as well as storm rate contracts with multiple vendors and vegetation management crews. We also, Florida's a little unique because we have an excellent relationship with also the investor owns that we have. During Hurricane Ian, we got support from Florida Power and Light, and we actually had boots on the ground from Duke Energy here helping us out on the system. Our prep, I mean, we do a lot of planning and prep, and we also have tabletop exercises internally, and we also had one back in, I believe it was April, with FECA for the whole state.
Yeah, well, here's to hoping that the west coast of Florida can get a break. I mean, I feel like the storm track has favored the west coast the last couple of years. So I know you and your team are doing such hard work. You're there before, during, and after, and that can take months in these areas. So we appreciate it and wish you all the best ahead of this hurricane season. Director of Business Continuity at Lee County Electric Cooperative, Allan Ruth. Have a great day.
Thank you.